With the 3D third-person epic The Last Story, famed Final Fantasy director Hinorobu Sakaguchi has succeeded in creating one of the most brilliant JRPGs of this generation. There's a confidence that runs throughout the entirety of the 30-hour story, bringing you moments of touching romance, disparaging betrayal, and eruptive action, all with a poignancy that makes those moments feel like they've come straight from the heart.
Lord Jarrell, I'll hold them off here. You take Lady Callista somewhere safe.
A lot of that comes down to the cast of characters, a ragtag group of mercenaries for hire who never know where their next paycheck is coming from. It's their various wants, their drives that propel you through the story. Lead character Zale has fairy tale dreams of knights and princesses, the group's leader Dagran craves the respect of the people, and others, like Seren, simply enjoy a stiff drink and regular fisticuffs.
What, you think I'm drunk? Look, I'm as sober as whatever's normally sober. Anyway, get some alcohol in ya.
Sometimes those desires collide with one another, creating tensions and conflicts that make their journey together all the more compelling.
I told you, you can't handle that sword.
These tensions come to a head when Lisa joins the group. Her mysterious past piques the interest of spiky-haired protagonist Zale, with their blossoming relationship and its resulting ups and downs adding a hefty dose of melodrama to proceedings. Sure, in true JRPG style, it can get a little sickly, but it's balanced out by an overarching plot that introduces warring nations, corrupt governments, and the very survival of the land itself. While the story is a sprawling epic, the world you explore is less so, at least at face value. Events take place on Lazarus Island, on which a single city serves as the main hub for your adventures. Its cobbled streets, seedy taverns, and stone-walled castles are filled with all manner of citizens, creating a lively and atmospheric environment that touches on aspects of the Middle Ages without being too heavy-handed with its themes. Despite being set in a single city, there is still a wide variety of quests. One moment you're fighting off hordes of enemies in Lazarus Castle, the next, you're enjoying a quiet drink in Ariella's tavern before being whisked away to explore musty underground caverns deep beneath the surface.
Somebody's been drinking their milk.
Bloody thing slobbered all over me.
Between quests, you're given the freedom to explore the city, to talk to its citizens, to go shopping, to soak up the medieval ambience, or to take on one of a number of side quests.
Now, cut him down to size.
Most quests you undertake involve action of some sort, and fortunately, The Last Story has a combat system worthy of the narrative that drives it. It combines elements of the Western and Japanese RPG to create something that is wholly unique and thrilling. The action takes place in real time in the environment you're exploring, with enemies visible before you fight them. Your melee attacks and those of your compatriots are largely automated, each of them hacking, slashing, or casting magic at nearby enemies. Not everything is automated though, particularly character movement, so you need to make the most of Zale's dodge and cover abilities to avoid enemy projectiles like arrows and magic attacks. Conveniently placed rocks, pillars and walls give you plenty of places to take cover behind and are the ideal place for letting fly a few shots of Zale's non-automated weapon, a crossbow.
Back on! Let us know! It's running! Now's our chance!
You can take more of a direct control over your party by issuing commands, which tell them what attacks or what spells to automatically cast, with all manner of fire, ice and nature spells at your disposal. As each spell lands, it creates an elemental circle, which, when walked through, adds that elemental ability to subsequent melee attacks. By using Zale's Gale ability, you can diffuse those circles, which cast further status effects such as silence. And if that weren't enough to be getting on with, there's Zale's Gathering ability, which draws the attention of enemies onto Zale, leaving your teammates free to cast spells or land a few blows with their swords. It's a strategic system that works brilliantly, not least because it takes place in real time, which makes fights dynamic, action-packed affairs. Customization fiends may lament the lack of options when it comes to each character's spells and abilities, but weapon and armor upgrades give you plenty to tinker with, each affecting your character's various statistics, such as stamina, attack power, or defensive abilities. Once you've beaten the game, you can play through it again in New Game Plus, or jump into multiplayer deathmatch or cooperative horde style modes. They're not something you frequent often and feel a bit tacked on, but given the wealth of content on offer in the single player campaign, it's no big loss. The Last Story is a fantastic game, one that pushes the JRPG forward in ways that are innovative yet still complementary to the traditions of the genre. Its rich narrative straddles the line between emotionally affecting and breathtakingly action-packed. Its thrilling battle system is a unique modern take on everything that has come before, and its visuals are some of the best ever seen on the Wii, pushing the system to its limits with its beautifully detailed environments and dazzling special effects, even if there's a little frame rate stutter during more complex scenes. And that's not to mention the music from legendary composer Nobuo Uematsu, with its majestic melodies complementing the action in a way that is truly sublime. But its biggest success lies with the characters themselves, their diverse personalities and formidable ambitions forever pushing you along their journey from rags to riches. You want to be there with them, to guide them through their darkest of hours, to share in their happiest of moments. You will care. That alone makes The Last Story worth the price of admission and a captivating experience that everyone should play, JRPG fan or not.
You had better mind your manners.
You want some as well? Believe me, I won't hold back.